Okay, now putting the stick figure into the background, you have multiple layers. I'm sorry, not putting the stick figure into a symbol and making the moving background. You have multiple layers here. I've named some of them. I should have named all of them. I can either select all my frames and just copy frames, but you might miss a couple. It's easy to screw it up. So I like to actually select all my layers. I can actually click and then hold Shift to select the whole string of layers. Right click, copy layers. The next step is to create a new symbol, insert new symbol. We just call it walkcycle. Make it a graphic so that it plays through on the main stage. And hit OK. Now you're in this nebulous nowhere space. So just right click on the layer name, paste layers, and there you are. You can play it through to see that it works. But just get out of here, because you don't, who knows where you are in this universal space. I clicked on scene 1 to get back there. Now I have all my individual frames here. I want to either make these invisible or just out and out erase them if I feel confident that I've actually preserved my walk cycle. I don't know where usually you can play within the panel. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing the play button here. Maybe they took that away. But you can either drag it from this position or from the name of walk cycle. And you want to make sure you have an empty layer available to put it into. And I'm going to have to allot myself some time for this guy to actually walk. So check him out. There he is, and you can have him walk. He's seamlessly looping. If you want to make any additional changes, just double click and you can edit the walk cycle itself. And then you see you're inside the walk cycle. This is the same as the last week's nature scene. And now, here you are. And you can also, for this exercise, we're just going to have him walk in place with a moving background, but just realize, for your final project or something, you can turn him into a motion tween and have him move across the stage however you like. Oops. And you can have him scale up, scale down, you can have him have a color shift as he walks toward you. Let's have him change his color. Oops. Maybe in my select tool, brightness can go up. Back here, brightness can darken. So those kind of shifts are relatively easy to do. For this assignment, however, I'm going to get rid of the motion tween and just have him walking on the main stage and a moving background behind him. The background, I'm not going to spend time on this, but do whatever you like. If you prefer, you can just pull down a photograph, make it bigger than the stage itself so that you can actually scroll it. Decide what kind of world your character is living in. Okay, and I would actually put a ground plane in here as well. This is this is a nightmarish land he lives in. You're going to turn your background into a motion tween, or a classic tween for that matter, doesn't matter. And start him off with the background scrolled all the way to the left there, and then you can just go to your final frame, make this as long as you like, and move it all the way to the right. And now you have a scrolling background. Probably want to adjust my ground plane so that it's actually walking out the whole time. This all bears a lot of adjustment. Oops. Let's see if I can make this. That's why it moves down a little bit. He appears to be walking, and when I crop my stage, the illusion is quite good. Here's another little trick. You can give the appearance of a shadow. Duplicate layer. With your duplicated layer, you can rotate this guy. Make him scrunched up, skewed a bit. And then you can go into brightness, make him really dark. Let's see. Can turn down the alpha, but we'll just do that. Or we can do advanced. Just turn down the alpha a little bit. Turn up all the other colors to make him. Yeah, I don't love it. I'm just gonna stick with my brightness. Make him black, and it looks like his the shadow is overlapping the actual walking man. So I'm gonna put the shadow beneath the walking man, and so now my shadow follows my walker perfectly. And then any changes I make to the actual walker will be reflected in the shadow as well. Like I say, I give him a big nose or something. And so there you have it.